Hello. So, in about 12 days, we're going to have Winterfest coming to Hero Wars. And this is the big quarterly event for winter. It's the New Year event. It's going to end the year with one of the best events of the year, at least it has been in the past. And so, we're going to talk about it. And I'm going to tell you what to expect. So Winterfest is multiple events rolled into one. Like I said, one of the things that most people know about is the letter to Winter Claus. And what this is, you write, you choose 3 items, and you will get one of them as a gift on the holiday once that timer expires. Generally, you always want to pick the totem, and then usually, like depending where you are, like emeralds, you can't go wrong with emeralds. Totems always obviously best, but then you would probably want to go with like the spheres or something, or maybe the skin stones or particles if you're still working on pets. But yeah, so that's one of the things you have. So then you have the holiday every day, which is a bunch of quests that you, as a theme implies, you can do every day. Like, so you have like, you can send gifts to your guild mates every day and get some extra gifts. You can get souls of your heroes, pet summoning, fight in arena, just kind of a bunch of daily quests. And then there's the one that has like, these are just a one-time event quest, but like there's that. And then you have Waiting for the Holiday, which is, like I said, as the name implies, it's the event that takes before, quote, the holiday. So historically, Winterfest would start on December 25th and go to like January 1st, and then you'd have a second week that started on January 1st and went to like January 7th. So it was pretty much, Western Christmas to Eastern Christmas covered pretty much both of them. And it was a New Year event. And like a couple of, like I think last year or 2 years ago now, they changed it. So now it's not that. So it's kind of a mess on that way, but like in every previous year, you had 2 events. So you had Waiting for the Holiday, and then you had a second one that would come up after that one ended for this quote second week. I think we're only 10 days this year though, so it's not gonna be 2 weeks. It's gonna be like 2 5-day events. And last year they added something called Winter Journey, which is pretty much like a season pass, but they locked like the new like winter skin behind it. Previously, you could just get all the winter skins from the gifts, like the new ones would just be added to the Winterfest skin gifts. And this year, and last year they locked it, they paywalled it, so it's a huge nerf. A lot of players were really pissed about this, so like they definitely nerfed the event that way. But like what can you do? It was like $20 last year. Hopefully it's not more expensive this year, or hopefully they just don't do it, but we'll see. Of course, the main event is decorating the tree, where your guild, you spend a bunch of cookies and stuff and baubles to put ornaments on the tree, and this levels up your tree. And as the tree levels up, everybody in the guild gets gifts. So this is kind of like the main event of Winterfest. There's also like a guild ranking. There's like ranking for like generosity and stuff, but you send presents to your guild mates, and you'll decide which gets you generosity points. And then you get gifts from your guild mates, which get you popularity points. There's, like I said, there's all these ranking stuff, but this is literally the main thing. Is what you're gonna do with your emeralds. Like I said, you'll send gifts. You can get gifts. Like I said, there's rankings there. So I thought it was a lot of fun. Last year they really messed up though and forgot to reset the rankings between the years. So kind of messed up the whole event last year. So I guess we'll see what happens this year, because they end up having to like reset the rankings after it started. It was a whole big mess. And of course, there's also a lot of puzzles and mini games during Winterfest that a lot of people have fun doing. And there's obviously you get some rewards for it. But like last year, last several years, we had like a memory game as one of them. There's also some actual puzzles that you can do as well. Like I said, there's like 3 puzzles, kind of like we had just with the Spooky Fest. It'd be like 3 different puzzles that are holiday themed. Like I said, like so with the Spooky Fest, you had 3 Halloween themed puzzle images. This one has like 3 like winter themed puzzle images. Like so a lot of people find these little mini game themes fun. Like I said, we don't have these kind of themes too often, and usually have decent-ish rewards. I mean, they're not usually not the greatest words, but they're usually good enough to make it worth like the 15 minutes you got to spend to do all these. So that's something you can look forward to, because I'm sure those will be back. But yeah, hopefully they don't nerf stuff too badly, because like I said, last year there was a bunch of nerfs and there's a bunch of issues. They made so many mistakes last year. So hopefully they, like I said, it runs a lot smoother. They don't make a bunch of nerfs. But with this theme here, like I said, this is a new theme. The Winter Pole, completely new, wasn't here last year. And I talked about this, but they're giving away like baubles everywhere, just like small amount. You'll get baubles, I guess, before the event. I have 32,000, but I'm like, this is not like, I'm just worried there's gonna be like they might nerf like how many baubles you get during the event, because there's all this that you can buy now. And again, this is kind of for $19. I feel like this is kind of bad. So hopefully, like I said, hopefully they don't nerf it, but I mean, like I said, they nerfed it pretty hard last year. So, like I said, last year went from a 15-day event to like a 9-day event. So, I think it's supposed to be 10 days this year. So, I think we're getting an extra day this year. So, let's hope for that. So like there is at least that going for it. Yeah, so it starts in 11 days. But yeah, no, there's always been like a lot of like Winterfest skins too. Like I said, everybody like those were all in the skin gifts. Like I said, I talked about actually I think I still never claimed. I think it's still in my box. But season ends. Okay, yeah, it was literally so we had the turtle event last year instead of the winter poll. But there you go. Yeah, you see my Augustus winter skin. I never actually claimed it. Like, so I probably should. Like, but he's still just chilling out here in my mailbox with all my Vician chests. Oh yeah, postseason boxes like the season pass. We actually have some Vician chests. We can open those. We can open those. We can open those for you. So like, if they do something similar, this is what they'll look like. Probably they'll be very similar to these. So contains Augustus soul stones, a valuable resource for hero now. So yeah, so Augustus was the Winterfest hero, I think, or maybe not. Like, no, maybe not. Who would? No, Winterfest hero was not Augustus. He was before. That was during these event. Never mind. No, never mind. But yeah, there's usually historically been new heroes during Winterfest. Last year, the Winterfest hero was the Ninja Turtle, so that was like way different. Oh yeah, that's right. There was last year. There was also like the Ninja Turtles had their own like winter themed like Winterfest Island too. So there'll probably be like a Winterfest themed island as well. Unless they want to give me some Explorer moves, I don't know if I'll be able to talk about that. I still want to do a follow-up video on this island. But getting enough Explorer moves to do that because I want to talk about this because the value of this island. People talk about this one being good value. This island's actually terrible value compared to last year. Last year's winter, the December island that launched last year at the beginning of December, way better than this one. I should do a video talking about the compare and contrast there. But yeah, no, our Winterfest hero last year was Ninja Turtles, so it was a bit different to have like an official quote Winterfest hero because they gave us Ninja Turtles literally like the Ninja Turtle event ran right until Winterfest started. Like right at the beginning of December, we had Ninja Turtles, and then as soon as that event ended, the Winterfest started. So yeah, this was our Winterfest hero last year. So we might get a new one this year. That's usually historically we do. So we will see. Like I said, hopefully they don't nerf it too badly. I mean, like with the way the Mysterious Island's gone, I mean, I've a bad feeling the island's gonna suck. Like the island with the turtles last year, but I still have them like turtle coins here. You could get these from the island. You could get all these from that Winterfest island. Look at this. These still work. Then you can also get those turtle equipments if you didn't have them. And of course, all kinds of item stuff. So yeah, we'll see how that's all gonna be handled. Like, hopefully, like, if they do something similar like this, they don't just chill them after the theme because of them being on a mysterious island, kind of changes, like, 'cause it's not an event so much as it's a theme, because these coins, you could still get these long after the turtle event ended because they were on the mysterious island. Like, so you could still get these coins, like, even though the turtles have been gone for a couple weeks because they were on the island. So that was, like I said, that was a very different thing, like I said. So, yeah, not too much more to say on this one. Like I said, I hope it ends up being a good event. Hopefully they don't nerf anything because, like I said, it's just like I said with all the way this game's gone. It'd be nice to just have an event where that is at least not as bad as last year. That's at least as good as last year. You know what I mean? Anyway, not too much more to talk about on this. The winter poll, like I said, this is going for like 12 more days. If you want to know more about that, I did a video about that, which you can find down below. As always, thank you for watching!